Hi, Fortune Cookie fam. So if it's your first time here, I'm Annabelle. I'm a tarot practitioner and psychic for over 35 years. I do pop culture and royal readings, political stuff, all kinds of cool stuff. And we basically dismantle the news and look at it from an energetic perspective. I'm going to do something a little bit fun because it's the weekend and I'm sure you guys are sitting in bed having your coffee or tea, scrolling away. So we're going to have some fun with this and we're going to give Meghan Markle, and as ever, some advice for the trajectory of her business. So stick around. I'm going to be right back. Hello again. So today we are going to take a measured, responsible look at the speculation surrounding as ever. Now, I'm sure all of you, you're all royal watchers that come to my channel. So I'm sure a lot of you are noticing that there's much ado about the Meghan Markle business as ever due to the release of these bookmarks that were once upon a time a giveaway at the Mother Love, Mother Goose, Mother whatever bookstore in Montecito. So Mother Love, I don't know. My Mother Love Bone was one of my favorite bands back in the day. So it's a shame we lost that band. But anyway, so it's not a psychic prediction of what is going to go on. It's not about the scandal or the failure. We're going to use numerology as an anchoring energy and then tarot as advisory insight. This is something that I do often with my clients when we take a given situation. I tell everyone all the time, there are very few things that are static in your life. We can always manage and manipulate the future by our actions. We can't just sit around and wish into a crystal ball all day long, even though I have a couple up there. But what we want to do is take the energy, take the opportunity, take those energetic doors that the universe opens up for us for success or for failure, and either jump through them or avoid them at all costs. So we're going to have some fun with this. We're looking at how money moves for her, where the pressure shows up, and what could restore balance if necessary. So I hope that you're going to enjoy this. I hope you're going to come along for the ride. I love doing numerology. This is something that I've added to the channel just for the end of 2025 and the beginning of 2026, because I think that it is an interesting thing to look at. Come February, I'm going to be studying astrology. I know I've been talking about that for some time, but I am going to be a Western astrology student. So I'm going to be adding astrology into the channel as well. And I'm really excited about that. It's something that I've always wanted to do. So come along for the ride with me. I'm going to be teaching you guys as we go along too. That being said, I do teach tarot and psychics. And in this video, I'm going to talk about some of the cards that will indicate which direction people can go or what cards we expect to come up when we're talking about a certain topic, or we have a certain bias about a topic. So you get some take-home information with this too. So let's talk about Meghan. Meghan is her date of birth, Meghan Markle, August 4th, 1981, allegedly. I know I'm not going to get into that in this video. We're just going to go with the date that we think it is. So she is a life path 4, which is a builder, not a founder, but a builder. It's builder energy. So that is creating and crafting. A builder cannot do all. You have to remember that we need those queens in there that are going to make things a little bit better, make them a little bit brighter, decorate them, put all the finer touches and the lace edging on it. And then we also need those kings that are going to come in and manage all of the information. So, and maintain it and keep it safe and sound. That would be business manager. If she named a president or a vice president or a company, that would be the person that would be managing that, because one knows that Meghan Markle is far too busy to be managing her businesses into the future. So the life path 4 succeeds when there are clear supply chains, realistic timelines and manageable overhead. Now, this is something that everybody's been talking about. There is a sensation that perhaps Harry and Meghan have bankrolled all of these products and that Netflix was not a contributor to the output that was necessary to build all of these jams and bookmarks and candles without wicks and whatnot. So life path 4 struggles when infrastructure grows faster than demand. So that's desire versus demand. We're going to build this whole castle, but we're not going to be able to provide for it. Also, when the emotional vision outpaces logistics. And this is something that we have seen as well, because she did want to be another Diana 2.0. She wanted to be Goop 2.0 with the TIG. She also wanted to be Martha Stewart 2.0. My liege, Martha Stewart. I love Martha Stewart. I have all of her books. She did her vision definitely was outpacing the foundations of As Ever. So when 4 feels financial pressure, it is rarely the branding. It is more the execution, the scale, and the cost containment of a company. So let's take a peek at As Ever. Now, I know at one point it was Human Riviera, California, American Riviera, whatever it was. It had a different name. Very, very silly. As Ever breaks down to, in Pythagorean, got it right that time, numerology, it breaks down to a 7 energy. 7 is introspection and refinement. It's niche appeal. It's very, very small, very, very small kind of operation. This would be, and I do want to give a little editorial here. I think if she had created small batch items and sold them right in Montecito or at Soho House in a business exchange deal, I think she would have been much better off with this situation. 7s do not thrive with mass market. They do not thrive with overproduction or fast turn retail cycles. So I think, the idea of scarcity that they presented, which clearly was taken from the Kylie Jenner book of business, the Kris Jenner book of business. It did not perform well. It was very transparent that there was no scarcity there. It was completely transparent. 7s do best with limited runs, just like I explained with doing a little bit of local selling, maybe going down to that farmer's market and selling some of her wares at the farmer's market. Why not? Premium positioning, which I do think she tried to do, but she tried to do it this big and she should have done it this big. Storytelling and meaning over scale. She's trying with the storytelling. Unfortunately, she is just not very likable in this moment. Long have I said that when they left the royal family, the first stop should have been back to the TIG. Hey guys, I am going to be going back to the TIG. I want to share with you all the experiences and the blessings that I have had by the experience of being with my husband and his amazing family. I'm going to tell you about the places I've been, the things I've done, and how you can live royally like us. I think that would have been a great pivot point for her. The 4 and 7 energy is a huge mismatch because it requires precision. And despite Meghan saying that she has an insane attention to detail, we remain wickless and her candles remain wickless. No lighting up of the future. So the precision is just not there. And the wicklessness of those candles lets us know that this was mass production, not handcrafted, cultivated, really special kind of products. It really wasn't. Pretty soon, we're going to be seeing these in TJ Maxx and Marshalls. TK Maxx, for those of you across the pond, TJ Maxx is what we have here. And it's a great shop. I love it. I love going there. I shop there all the time. So let's bust out some cards and start talking about what's going on here. I'm going to be using the Curious Creatures Tarot. I love this tarot. Matches my background, if you can see. Looks really good. Looks really good with the new background. And I want to thank everybody who gave me some input about the new matting that I'm using. Thank you so much. It actually does look really good with the new background here in the new part of the office. So new part of the studio. So thank you so much for your input. I really appreciate it. So let's do this. We're going to bring up some cards and I'm going to make them nice and big so you can see them. If you haven't hit that like button, go ahead. If you like what you're seeing, give me a sub. Give me a sub if you'd like. I am seeing a little bit of a subscriber bloom and I'm pretty excited about it. We've got some new people in here. If you're new, thanks so much and say howdy to the rest of the folks in the crowd here. We've got lots of cool people in here. I will drop this also as a premiere bright and early my time so I can watch it while I'm having coffee and chat with you guys. So say hi to myself, say hi to me back. So where is the funding origin for As Ever's production? We have a couple of different options. We have Meghan's money, Harry's money, and Netflix. And then we're going to look at an external financier. Okay. Actually, let's do, we're not even going to do Meghan's money. We're just going to do Harry's money. Teachable cards that we're going to watch for. King of Pentacles is potentially, and this is for my tarot students, guys. So, this isn't some esoteric weird thing that I'm doing that I'm not going to share with you. I want you guys to understand where some of this comes from. A lot of people go, oh, it's a bunch of hooey. But when you look at the cards and you kind of understand what we're looking for, what can come up, you might have a better appreciation and your opinion may be turned if you are a naysayer. So the King of Pentacles would indicate institutional or corporate backing. The King of Pentacles is a master of finance. He's a master of his domain. He's king of the castle. Queen of Pentacles would be personal or family held capital. And if it is money that came through Harry from either the Queen Mother or his mother, the late Princess Diana, we may see that Queen of Pentacles show up. 10 of Pentacles would be also legacy and long-term family money. So maybe money that was technically Harry's. 2 of Pentacles would be blending or juggling financial streams or funding streams. And cups, court cards, that would be relationship backed funding. So in any of the court that are cups, Page of Cups through King of Cups. We do have a little bit of Tyler Perry mixed in there because there was some rumblings that he had maybe backed some financial endeavors with them. So let's see what comes up. Let's see if any of those cards come up. So remember, King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles. The Pentacles are all about money. And the court cards may be relationship backing. I will give you this money because I like you. So let's go. Ready? What do we got? Overview. 4 of Wands. That is money from the home. This is very interesting. So there's a lot of speculation on who or what home they own. The Montecito mansion may or may not be their home. I did a remote view on it and the place was empty. There is some speculation that they have another home. There were also some intrepid sleuths here on the internet that did find that at one point there was a huge mortgage on the property and then there was no mortgage on the property. And I believe it was purchased by a trust or held by a trust. So trusts are something that people do to avoid when they transfer the property and all that stuff. There was also still advertisements to rent out the property or let the property for videos and things like that, filming. So we may have something there. Did they mortgage? Did they pay off the mortgage on the house and then borrow money from the home to fund the production? Page of Cups, they weren't happy about it, but they did. King of Cups will get the money back eventually. So King of Cups here, I've long said that I think King Charles was involved in the settlement of Harry in the United States. I think that he played a huge role in this. I don't think he bought the house outright, but I do think that he provided an allowance from his own coffers that was going to give Harry some support, so he wasn't just homeless out on the street. Oh, I'm entirely cut off by my father. I think when he said that he was cut off by his father, I think that the paycheck stopped coming in. I think this was something that he furnished so that his son was not living out on the street or had to rent some crappy one-bedroom apartment in Culver City. Am I right? If you know, you know. So I do think that the house, the funding technically is coming through King Charles, because I do think that they refinanced the house or pulled some money out of the house. So that's what I'm going to say about that. I think that that's what's going on with that. So let me know what you think in the comments. I think that, and that means that they have to pay that money back. And if they're not selling that stuff, they are going to be in a pickle. Maybe that is her next product that she's going to put out. So let's look at the current income versus expenses. Now, this was something that I don't know if anyone's really discussed it, but when you have supplies like that, they need to be kept in a certain manner. So foodstuffs, there are some strict laws about how you have to keep foodstuffs, even if they are shelf stable and you can just kind of have them out there. If it's ice cream or dairy or something like that, frozen seafood, anything like that, it's an obvious keep that you have to have. But with foodstuffs, there is some criteria that you have to meet to keep it. So the inventory is not just product. It's not an investment that's just sitting there. It's rent, it's insurance, it's labor, it's time. There are finances that go into that. So when sales pause, warehousing is a silent drain. It is a cancer of as ever. So we're going to look at what the current balance between income and ongoing expenses is. Teachable cards for my tarot students. Four of Pentacles upright is hanging on, balancing, tied up stagnation, tied up capital. Four of Pentacles in reverse is going to be release, liquidation, restructuring, maybe destruction of some of the products. Eight of Pentacles, heavy production cycle. Five of Pentacles, pressure but not collapse. Ace of Pentacles reversed is going to be delayed returns. Okay. Now, there are some issues, wickless candles, that we have out there as well. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm getting itchy from this. So we're going to see if we have any liquidity timing on here. We're not really going to look at success or failure, but I want to see like the conditions around the money that they're making and the expenses that they have. So let's see what we got. Balance between income and ongoing expenses. Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands, again, is about balance. This is a balancing act when we have the Seven of Wands. We are holding fast in our place. There's a lot of cards that don't use the Rider-Waite imagery on here, and they'll have like an acrobat balancing. I love those cards. I have a carnival deck that is very much like that, has a little acrobat on there. So this tells me that the income outcome is amiss. So the income, oh, 10 of Swords, it's killing them. The income is not coming in. What about the expenses associated with this? Five of Pentacles, there's a Five of Pentacles, pressure, not collapse. So they've got monies that are allotted to maintain this product there. But I have a feeling they're going to be moving some of this product into one of the spare bathrooms at Montecito. So what is the current trajectory for this? Is it sustainable? Are they going to be able to maintain this? Knight of Cups, no. Two of Swords. And the Six of Cups, they're not going to be able to sustain this. They are going to have to move this product out. And that Six of Cups is the death of a dream. So I do think that we're going to see this product show up someplace else. Is it currently on a trajectory? And mind you, this trajectory can be changed if she alters her course. And we're going to talk about that as we get a little further into the reading. Is this trajectory toward destruction of the property? Hangman, she's going to have to learn from those lessons. Is it to be sent out to inexpensive shops, auctioned on eBay, those kinds of things? 10 of Cups. Yes, they're going to take a loss on this, guys. All of that product is I am determining going to take a loss. Before we go any further, are they going to be able to pay back the loan for the presumed loan for the product? Are they going to be able to do it? 8 of Pentacles. No. 9 of Pentacles. There is something that will be a safety mechanism there. So I don't know what the details of the loan were, but there's some safety mechanism. So I'm wondering if they have additional monies or they have an additional resource that will pay off that loan for them in the event that they get into a pickle. But I've long said that, as ever, is a bored housewife here in New Jersey who decides to open up a tanning salon or a handbag shop or a fake handbag shop or a nail salon or something like that. This is just stationery shop. This is something to give her to keep her busy. This was a billionaire's wife's endeavor. She wasn't married to a billionaire. Dumb, da-dum, dumb. All right. So before we go any further, I do want to let you guys know that I am an ambassador for Otter Spirit, and we're going to talk about energetics and money. And so today I've got some powerhouses on my wrist. And this is because I'm going into open hours this weekend on Hipsy, and I really want to maximize my time spent on there and the value that I can bring to people like you. So I have green Aventure, the citrine. I have the, let me get over here, tell you everything that I have on there. The aquatic agate is on there. Let me get to going in order. Aquatic agate, citrine, that's the aventurine, and the jade, and then lapis on the bottom. So the citrine, aventurine, and green jade are for attraction and growth of money. Those are stones that will bring prosperity to you. The aquatic agate and the lapis lazuli is for me to balance my banking energy so that I don't have the same kind of issues that Meghan Markle does with the input and the output. You know, your overhead can sometimes eclipse your income. So you have to be careful about that. It also is structured to protect my investments. And this is pretty cool. Energetics don't replace strategy, but they do support better decision-making, and they do support the energy around you. So if you would like to get your own amazing stack, there you go. You can see them all there too. If you'd like to get your own amazing stack, there is a link down below with my own private link for if you use the code Fortune20, you can get 20% off any purchase. If you use Fortune30, you can get 30% off a purchase of $99 or more. And if your birthday's in January, go look at the big bundle that they have for January. It's a 6 bracelet set. Really, really cool. They usually do the featured gemstones of the month in there and a lot of gemstones for those of you that are having a birthday. So I've got some cool collaborations coming up with them, and I really, really want you guys to go over there and kind of uplift your spirits. If you have any questions about anything that they sell, you can drop it down below. I'm happy to answer. So let's get back into the cards, boys and girls. So we are going to talk about the financial trajectory and what we can do to manipulate it. So teachable cards for here. Wheel of Fortune is fluctuation, not doom. Hangman, we just saw that, is pause, reassessment. And our hangman was in reverse, so she's not pausing and reassessing. The Knight of Pentacles is offering slow, deliberate correction. Tower, restructuring, is only framed as a rebuild, not a collapse. Tower card is not as upsetting as some people think that it is. Death card, people always get nervous about that too. But the Tower card is sudden, cataclysmic. It's sometimes raising the building to the ground so that we can rebuild a castle better and brighter. So Temperance is recalibration. We're seeing that too. Pauses are often what happens in businesses. And if you don't change your strategy, when you see dips in revenue or changes in revenue, if you don't pause your strategy and reassess, you're being very, very foolish. So let's see exactly where she's headed right now. Queen of Swords. I think that's a liquidation energy. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. She's trying to do it too fast. We just said the Knight of Pentacles is slow correction. They're trying to do this too fast. They're trying to slap a correction on here. And the Five of Pentacles in reverse, those pentacles are flying all over the place. So the current trajectory is not so good. What do we do to fix this? What do we do to fix this? Practical advice. What actions are going to be best to restore balance and solvency? So, in terms of solvency, this is having enough money to scale, enough money to pay back the loans, any of the vendors, any rent that we owe on the warehousing spaces, those kinds of things. So teachable cards. Three of Pentacles, strategic partnerships, bringing in more parties to strategize with you. Remember, when we talk about the numbered cards, the pips, Ace, we get the idea. 2, we partner up. 3, we start to bring some vendors in. We start to bring some other great minds in. The Justice card is contracts renegotiation or negotiation. Queen of Pentacle, cost control, domestic management. Ace of Swords, clear communication and decisive cuts. Any of our sword court cards are going to show us decisive cuts too, depending on who they are. So if they show up, we'll talk about those too. Judgment, relaunch, rebranding. Hopefully we're not going to see that. So what do we got? What is some practical advice for her? And don't get mad at me because I'm giving her practical advice, because that is what I do. I give people energetic and practical advice based on the information in their lives right now. So if they're trying to decide between staying at a job or moving on to another job, I can help them look at all the energetics around it. If they are questioning whether they should remain in a dating relationship or something like that, I can help them decide what to do. We can see the motivations and the actions of others around us. So let's see, what is practical advice for her? We're going to do a little bit of a big spread here. The 9 of Swords, stop fretting. Judgment card, we just said this, relaunch, repositioning. Suitcase position, that is that eager beaver that jumped out. 9 of Pentacles, I do think that she's got some money, but this is hidden money. I think she's got hidden money to manage this whole thing. And I do think her business manager knows something about it. So tap into that. Future, 4 of Wands. That is interesting because we started with the 4 of Wands and now we're back to that 4 of Wands. So I am going to say this. Does she belong out in the world of business like this? I'm going to say no. I think the Fool is a fresh new start. I think 9 of Pentacles is staying close to home. 4 of Wands is staying close to home. And I think perhaps we need a brief time away from Meghan Markle. And I think Meghan Markle needs a brief time away from us. She needs to do quiet investments, not try and build an empire right now. And I'm sure all of you would be very grateful if she did that. it's not abandoning her project, but it is creating more traction for her product. So if she wants to take videos and pictures of herself toddling around in her alleged garden, go do it. Go make the flower bed. Go bake the bread. Go, go weed. Let us go see you weed. I don't think that doing the products all at once and throwing them out there on top of the promotion and cultivation of her personality was something that worked. She needs to go back into the recesses again. Who in their right mind ever thought that Pamela Anderson would be making pickles and wearing no makeup in 2025? None of us. She just eased into that. For Meghan Markle, she tried to just don the character of being a celebrity trad wife without all of the heavy lifting, without all of the hard work. Having people do your hair and makeup and dress up like the character is not hard work. Gardening is not easy. Wait till this summer and spring. You may see me gardening. We've got some land that we've got to take care of over here, and I may make content for you guys. So it is not easy. The nonsense about her jam, I don't believe that she was this jam maker ever. I think it was an easy product for her that she thought she could roll out and it would be accepted and people would be excited about it. Decidedly very British too. Trying to get that elevation, that lofty elevation, that royal patina. So I don't know if she will take this this reading, and if she were to say it, I don't think she would take this reading and say, that's a good idea, let me go dark for a little while. But sometimes you have to go, I want to be alone, and you have to disappear into the recesses. You have to go dark for a little while. We see it here on YouTube with YouTubers all the time, and we see it with actors and actresses. Remember Demi Moore did a whole hiatus when her kids were younger. She was living in Idaho on their ranch. She was dating a jiu-jitsu or a taekwondo instructor. And, she really went dark for a long time. And then she came back, and now she's bigger and better than ever. She looks fantastic. She looks like she's 27 years old. She hasn't aged. So I think for Meghan Markle, and as ever, the life path 4 and the energy 7 of her brand, the only way that she corrects course on this is if she stops production for a bit, goes into the back room, and stays quiet for a little while. Stay quiet. Just stay quiet. It's more reckless with her forcing it through, where that 7 energy really needs it to be refined before the world sees it. So it's a little too ambitious for the growing pains that the company has to go through. But we'll keep an eye on it. We've got bookmarks now that are probably going to be, I don't even know. Who wants a bookmark? I don't want a bookmark. I read everything digital. I'm sorry. I never thought that I was going to give up books like this, but I love a digital book. It's so much easier. You don't have to worry about turning on the light. You can fall asleep and it holds your place, and it's great. It's great. I'm a big fan of the Kindle. So enough about that. If you have questions about her business, if you want me to read more questions on it, drop them down below. I'll do them in shorts. I'll do them in another production video. More than happy. This content is always driven by you guys. I answer all the questions in my comments as best as I can. And, we're just watching this slow car crash. It's like, it's just terrible. But listen, it's Saturday. I hope you guys are having a great, restful weekend so far. I'm going to be out this morning, but I will be live all afternoon and evening on Saturday and Sunday on Hipsy. So I am loving this app. I can take pre-orders for my lives. I can take recorded requests. You get a recording. And you can also pre-book your readings. So you can book them in advance and then set up a time with me. So it's really doing a lot of stuff. If you don't like the Hipsy app, you can always go over to Calendly. That Calendly app is still open for you guys. I'm never going to get rid of that. It's a real easy product for most of my clients, but I am going to be reading all weekend. I typically do not have extended hours on the weekend, so this is a little bit different for me, but I'm doing it for you guys because I want to make sure that I get as many of your annual readings done as possible. Had many requests for numerology plus tarot for your year ahead. There is a recorded reading in the link down below that you can order that. It's a recorded reading, or if you want to just book a face-to-face reading with me, we can always do that in the reading as well. But a lot of people are asking for that. So it's actually a nice roadmap into your 2026. So as always, thank you so much for being here. I know that YouTube is the #1 streaming service right now in the world. And I know you have a lot of tarot readers, a lot of psychics, and a lot of other content creators that you can watch. And I really appreciate that you choose to spend this time with me and that you care and cultivate my channel through your comments and through your direction. So I am eternally thankful to all of you guys. So hopefully I'll see some of you on the weekend. If I get a lull, I may do a couple of lives over the weekend just spontaneously. So keep an eye out, hit the bell so you know when I am live. And that being said, I will see you in the future.